Полную коллекцию слов ты найдешь по ссылке в описании. Копируй одним кликом и тренируй с умными тренажерами на wordbyword.io.
Analyze. We need to analyze the data carefully. Анализировать. Approach. This approach has several advantages. Подход. Area. This area requires further research. Область. Assess. We must assess the situation. Оценивать. Assume. We cannot assume this is correct. Предполагать. Authority. The authority made new regulations. Власть. Available. The resources are available online. Доступный. Benefit. The benefit of this method is clear. Польза. Concept. This concept is fundamental to the theory. Концепция. Consist. The committee consists of 10 members. Состоять. Constitute. Women constitute half of the population. Составлять. Context. We must consider the historical context. Контекст. Contract. They signed a new contract. Договор. Create. The project aims to create new jobs. Создавать. Data. The data supports our hypothesis. Данные. Define. First, we need to define the problem. Определять. Derive. The word derives from Latin. Выводить. Distribute. We need to distribute resources fairly. Распределять. Economy. The economy is showing signs of recovery. Экономика. Environment. We must protect the environment. Окружающая среда. Establish. The study establishes a clear link. Устанавливать. Estimate. Experts estimate the cost at millions. Оценивать. Evident. The impact is evident in the results. Очевидный. Export. The country exports oil and gas. Экспортировать. Factor. Several factors influence the outcome. Фактор. Finance. The government will finance the project. Финансировать. Formula. The formula is used to calculate interest. Формула. Function. The function of this device is simple. Функция. Identify. Scientists identified a new species. Идентифицировать. Income. Average income has increased. Доход. Indicate. The results indicate a positive trend. Указывать. Individual. Each individual has unique needs. Индивидуальный. Interpret. We can interpret the data differently. Интерпретировать. Involve. The process involves several steps. Включать. Issue. This issue requires immediate attention. Вопрос. Labor. The labor market is changing rapidly. Труд. Legal. They took legal action against the company. Правовой. Legislate. Parliament will legislate on this matter. Издавать законы. Major. This is a major achievement. Основной. Method. The method proved to be effective. Метод. Occur. Changes occur over time. Происходить. Percent. Sales increased by 10%. Процент. Period. The study covered a 5-year period. Период. Policy. The new policy affects all employees. Политика. Principle. This principle applies to all cases. Принцип. Proceed. We will proceed with the plan. Продолжать. Process. The process takes several weeks. Процесс. Require. The job requires special skills. Требовать. Research. The research shows promising results. Исследование. Respond. We need to respond to their concerns. Отвечать. Role. Education plays a vital role. Роль. Section. The next section discusses methods. Раздел. Sector. The private sector is growing. Сектор. Significant. The difference is statistically significant. Значительный. Similar. The results are similar to previous studies. Похожий. Source. Please cite your sources. Источник. Specific. We need specific examples. Конкретный. Structure. The structure of the essay is clear. Структура. Theory. The theory has been widely accepted. Теория. Vary. Results may vary between individuals. Варьироваться. Achieve. Students achieve better results. Достигать. Acquire. Children acquire language naturally. Приобретать. Administration. The administration announced new measures. Администрация. Effect. Climate change affects everyone. Влиять. Appropriate. Please use appropriate language. Соответствующий. Aspect. We examined every aspect of the problem. Аспект. Assistance. Financial assistance is available. Помощь. Category. The items fall into 3 categories. Категория. Chapter. The chapter covers basic concepts. Глава. Commission. The commission investigated the case. Комиссия. Community. The local community supported the project. Сообщество. Complex. This is a complex issue. Сложный. Computer. Computer skills are essential. Компьютер. Conclude. We can conclude that the hypothesis is valid. Заключать. Conduct. Researchers conduct experiments regularly. Проводить. Consequent. The consequent changes affected everyone. Последующий. Construct. We need to construct a framework. Строить. Consume. Americans consume large amounts of energy. Потреблять. Credit. She deserves credit for her work. Кредит. Culture. Culture influences behavior significantly. Культура. Design. The design of the study was flawed. Design. Distinct. There are distinct differences. Отличительный. Element. This element is crucial to success. Элемент. Equate. We cannot equate correlation with causation. Приравнивать. Evaluate. We need to evaluate the effectiveness. Оценивать. Feature. This feature distinguishes the species. Особенность. Final. The final results will be published. Окончательный. Focus. The focus of this paper is climate. Фокус. Impact. The impact of technology is profound. Воздействие. Injure. Several people were injured in the accident. Ранить. Institute. The institute conducts groundbreaking research. Институт. Invest. Companies invest in new technologies. Инвестировать. Item. Each item on the list is important. Пункт. Journal. The article was published in a journal. Журнал. Maintain. We must maintain high standards. Поддерживать. Normal. This is considered normal behavior. Нормальный. Obtain. Students can obtain financial aid. Получать. Participate. All students should participate. Участвовать. Perceive. People perceive risk differently. Воспринимать. Positive. The results were positive overall. Положительный. Potential. The potential for growth is enormous. Потенциал. Previous. Previous studies showed similar results. Предыдущий. Primary. The primary goal is to improve quality. Первичный. Purchase. Consumers purchase goods online. Покупка. Range. The range of topics is extensive. Диапазон. Region. The region has unique characteristics. Регион. Regulate. The government regulates the industry. Регулировать. Relevant. Only relevant information should be included. Релевантный. Reside. Many immigrants reside in urban areas. Проживать. Resource. Natural resources are limited. Ресурс. Restrict. Access is restricted to members only. Ограничивать. Secure. We need to secure funding. Обеспечивать. Seek. Researchers seek to understand the phenomenon. Искать. Select. Participants were selected randomly. Выбирать. Site. The site was excavated by archaeologists. Место. Strategy. The strategy proved successful. Стратегия. Survey. The survey included 500 participants. Опрос. Text. The text contains valuable information. Текст. Tradition. This tradition dates back centuries. Традиция. Transfer. Knowledge transfer is essential. Передавать. Alternative. We should consider alternatives. Альтернатива. Circumstance. Under these circumstances, we must act. Обстоятельства. Comment. Please leave your comments below. Комментарий. Compensate. Workers should be compensated fairly. Компенсировать. Component. Each component plays a vital role. Компонент. Consent. Informed consent is required. Согласие. Considerable. There has been considerable progress. Значительный. Constant. The temperature remained constant. Постоянный. Constrain. Budget constraints limit our options. Ограничивать. Contribute. Many factors contribute to success. Способствовать. Convene. The committee will convene next week. Созывать. Coordinate. We need to coordinate our efforts. Координировать. Core. The core principles remain unchanged. Ядро. Corporate. Corporate responsibility is important. Корпоративный. Correspond. The results correspond to predictions. Соответствовать. Criteria. The criteria for selection are strict. Критерии. Deduce. We can deduce several conclusions. Выводить. Demonstrate. The study demonstrates a clear link. Демонстрировать. Document. The document outlines the procedure. Документ. Dominate. One company dominates the market. Доминировать. Draft. Please review the draft carefully. Черновик. Emphasis. The emphasis is on practical skills. Акцент. Ensure. We must ensure quality standards. Обеспечивать. Entity. The company is a legal entity. Сущность. Equivalent. There is no equivalent in English. Эквивалент. Error. The error was discovered later. Ошибка. Ethnic. Ethnic diversity enriches society. Этнический. Exclude. We cannot exclude this possibility. Исключать. Exhibit. The patients exhibit similar symptoms. Проявлять. Expand. The company plans to expand. Расширять. Expert. Experts disagree on this issue. Эксперт. Explicit. The instructions must be explicit. Явный. Extract. We need to extract relevant data. Извлекать. File. Please save the file properly. File. Fund. The project is funded by grants. Финансировать. Generation. The younger generation is different. Поколение. Globe. The phenomenon occurs across the globe. Globus. Grade. Students receive grades for their work. Оценка. Grant. She received a research grant. Грант. Guarantee. Success cannot be guaranteed. Гарантировать. Hence. Hence we conclude the theory is valid. Следовательно. Hierarchy. The hierarchy of the organization is clear. Иерархия. Highlight. The report highlights key findings. Выделять. Hypothesis. The hypothesis was confirmed. Гипотеза. Ideology. Different ideologies compete for influence. Идеология. Ignorance. Ignorance is not an excuse. Невежество. Illustrate. This example illustrates the point. Иллюстрировать. Image. The image of the company improved. Образ. Immigrate. Many people immigrate for work. Эмигрировать. Implicit. The meaning was implicit. Неявный. Imply. The results imply a connection. Подразумевать. Impose. The government imposed new taxes. Налагать. Incentive. Financial incentives motivate workers. Стимул. Incidence. The incidence of disease increased. Распространенность. Incline. I am inclined to agree with you. Склонять. Index. The index measures economic performance. Индекс. Induce. The treatment induced positive changes. Побуждать. Inevitable. Change is inevitable. Неизбежный. Infer. We can infer from the evidence. Делать вывод. Infrastructure. The infrastructure needs improvement. Инфраструктура. Inherent. There are inherent risks involved. Присущий. Initial. The initial results were promising.
Начальный.
Initiate. We will initiate the project soon.
Инициировать.
Innovate. Companies must innovate to survive.
Внедрять новшества.
Input. Your input is valuable.
Вклад.
Insert. Please insert the data correctly.
Вставлять.
Insight. The study provides new insights.
Понимание.
Inspect. Inspectors will inspect the facility.
Осматривать.
Instance. In this instance, the rule applies.
Случай.
Instruct. Teachers instruct students.
Инструктировать.
Integral. This is an integral part of the system.
Неотъемлемый.
Integrate. We need to integrate new technology.
Интегрировать.
Integrity. Academic integrity is essential.
Целостность.
Intelligence. Artificial intelligence is advancing.
Интеллект.
Intense. The competition is intense.
Интенсивный.
Interact. Students interact with each other.
Взаимодействовать.
Intermediate. This is an intermediate level course.
Промежуточный.
Internal. Internal factors also play a role.
Внутренний.
Interval. The interval between tests was short.
Интервал.
Intervene. The government decided to intervene.
Вмешиваться.
Intrinsic. The intrinsic value is significant.
Внутренний.
Investigate. Police will investigate the incident.
Расследовать.
Invoke. Lawyers invoke precedent in court.
Ссылаться.
Isolate. Scientists isolated the virus.
Изолировать.
Job. Finding a job is challenging.
Работа.
Justify. You must justify your decision.
Оправдывать.
Label. Products must have clear labels.
Ярлык.
Layer. The atmosphere has several layers.
Слой.
Lecture. The lecture was very informative.
Лекция.
Liberal. Liberal policies were implemented.
Либеральный.
License. A license is required to operate.
Лицензия.
Likewise. Likewise, the other group showed improvement. Аналогично. Link. There is a link between the two. Связь. Locate. The office is located downtown. Располагать. Logic. The logic of the argument is flawed. Логика. Manipulate. Data should not be manipulated. Манипулировать. Manual. Please read the manual carefully. Руководство. Margin. The margin of error is small. Маржа. Mature. The market has matured. Зрелый. Maximize. We aim to maximize efficiency. Максимизировать. Mechanism. The mechanism is well understood. Механизм. Media. The media reported the story. Медиа. Mediate. Diplomats mediate between countries. Посредничать. Medical. Medical advances save lives. Медицинский. Medium. The internet is a powerful medium. Средство. Mental. Mental health is important. Умственный. Migrate. Birds migrate south in winter. Мигрировать. Military. Military spending increased. Военный. Minimize. We should minimize waste. Минимизировать. Ministry. The ministry issued new guidelines. Министерство. Minority. Minorities face discrimination. Меньшинство. Mode. The device has several modes. Режим. Modify. We may need to modify the plan. Модифицировать. Monitor. Scientists monitor the situation. Контролировать. Motive. The motive remains unclear. Мотив. Mutual. Mutual respect is essential. Взаимный. Negate. This does not negate the findings. Отрицать. Network. The network connects multiple systems. Сеть. Neutral. The report aims to be neutral. Нейтральный. Nevertheless. Nevertheless, the results are significant. Тем не менее. Nonetheless. Nonetheless, progress has been made. Тем не менее. Notion. The notion is widely accepted. Понятие. Notwithstanding. Notwithstanding these challenges, we proceed. Несмотря на. Nuclear. Nuclear energy is controversial. Ядерный. Objective. The analysis should be objective. Объективный. Occupy. The building occupies a large area. Занимать. Odd. The results seem odd. Странный. Offset. Benefits offset the costs. Компенсировать. Ongoing. Research is ongoing. Продолжающийся. Option. Several options are available. Вариант. Orient. The program is oriented toward beginners. Ориентировать. Outcome. The outcome depends on many factors. Результат. Output. Output increased significantly. Выход. Overall. Overall, the results are positive. Общий. Overlap. The two areas overlap. Перекрывать. Overseas. Overseas markets are expanding. Заграничный. Panel. The panel discussed the issue. Панель. Paradigm. A new paradigm has emerged. Парадигма. Paragraph. The paragraph summarizes the main points. Абзац. Parallel. The two processes run in parallel. Параллельный. Parameter. The parameters must be defined. Параметр. Partial. This is only a partial solution. Частичный. Partner. Business partners share responsibilities. Партнер. Passive. A passive approach is not effective. Пассивный. Perspective. We need a new perspective. Перспектива. Phase. The project is in the final phase. Фаза. Phenomenon. This phenomenon requires explanation. Феномен. Philosophy. The philosophy behind the approach is sound. Философия. Physical. Physical activity improves health. Физический. Plus. There are several pluses to this approach. Плюс. Portion. A large portion of the budget. Часть. Pose. This poses a significant challenge. Ставить. Practitioner. Medical practitioners follow guidelines. Практикующий специалист. Precede. The introduction precedes the main text. Предшествовать. Precise. Precise measurements are essential. Точный. Predict. Models predict future trends. Предсказывать. Predominant. The predominant view is different. Преобладающий. Preliminary. Preliminary results are encouraging. Предварительный. Presume. We presume innocence until proven guilty. Предполагать. Principal. The principal reason is cost. Главный. Prior. Prior experience is required. Предшествующий. Priority. Safety is our top priority. Приоритет. Professional. Professional standards must be maintained. Профессиональный. Prohibit. Smoking is prohibited here. Запрещать. Project. We project growth of 5%. Проецировать. Promote. We promote healthy lifestyles. Продвигать. Proportion. The proportion is increasing. Пропорция. Prospect. Job prospects are improving. Перспектива. Protocol. The protocol must be followed. Протокол. Psychology. Psychology explains human behavior. Психология. Publish. The findings will be published. Публиковать. Pursue. Students pursue their interests. Преследовать. Qualitative. We used qualitative methods. Качественный. Quotation. Include quotations sparingly. Цитата. Radical. Radical changes are needed. Радикальный. Random. Participants were selected at random. Случайный. Ratio. The ratio is approximately 3:1. Соотношение. Rational. A rational approach is preferred. Рациональный. React. People react differently to stress. Реагировать. Recover. The economy is recovering slowly. Восстанавливать. Refine. We continue to refine our methods. Совершенствовать. Regime. The new regime implemented reforms. Режим. Reinforce. The evidence reinforces our argument.
Укреплять.
Reject. The hypothesis was rejected.
Отвергать.
Relax. Regulations were relaxed.
Ослаблять.
Release. The data will be released soon.
Выпускать.
Reliance. Reliance on technology increases.
Зависимость.
Reluctance. There is reluctance to change.
Неохота.
Remove. Remove any irrelevant information.
Удалять.
Resolve. We must resolve this issue.
Разрешать.
Restore. Efforts to restore the building continue.
Восстанавливать.
Retain. Companies retain valuable employees.
Сохранять.
Reveal. The study reveals new information.
Раскрывать.
Revenue. Revenue has increased steadily.
Доход.
Reverse. The trend has reversed.
Обратный.
Revise. We need to revise our estimates.
Пересматривать.
Revolution. The Industrial Revolution changed society.
Революция.
Rigid. The rules are too rigid.
Жесткий.
Route. The most efficient route is clear.
Маршрут.
Scenario. In this scenario, the outcome differs.
Сценарий.
Scheme. The scheme was widely adopted.
Схема.
Scope. The scope of the study is limited.
Масштаб.
Sequence. The sequence of events is important.
Последовательность.
Series. A series of experiments was conducted.
Серия.
Shift. There has been a shift in attitudes.
Сдвиг.
Simulate. Computers simulate real conditions.
Моделировать.
Sole. This is the sole reason.
Единственный.
Somewhat. The results are somewhat surprising.
Несколько.
Sphere. The political sphere is complex.
Сфера.
Stable. The situation remains stable.
Стабильный.
Statistic. Statistics support this conclusion.
Статистика.
Status. The status of the project is unclear.
Статус.
Straightforward. The process is straightforward.
Простой. Stress.
I must stress the importance.
Подчеркивать.
Submit. Please submit your application.
Представлять.
Subordinate. Subordinate clauses modify main clauses.
Подчиненный.
Subsequent. Subsequent research confirmed this.
Последующий.
Subsidy. Government subsidies support farmers.
Субсидия.
Substitute. We can substitute one for another.
Заменять.
Successor. The successor continued the work.
Преемник.
Sufficient. The evidence is sufficient.
Достаточный.
Sum.
The sum of all parts equals the whole.
Сумма.
Summary. The summary captures key points.
Резюме.
Supplement. Supplements enhance the main text.
Дополнять.
Sustain. We must sustain our efforts.
Поддерживать.
Symbol. The symbol represents peace.
Символ.
Tape. The tape recorded the conversation.
Лента.
Target. The target audience is students.
Цель.
Task. The task was completed on time.
Задача.
Team. The team worked collaboratively.
Команда.
Technical. Technical skills are essential.
Технический.
Technique. The technique has been refined.
Техника.
Technology. Technology advances rapidly.
Технология.
Temporary. This is a temporary solution.
Временный.
Tense. Use the correct tense.
Время.
Terminate. The contract was terminated.
Прекращать.
Theme. The main theme is identity.
Тема.
Thereby. Costs were reduced, thereby increasing profits.
Тем самым.
Thesis. The thesis statement is clear.
Тезис.
Topic. Choose a relevant topic.
Тема.
Trace. We can trace the origin.
Отслеживать.
Transform. Technology transforms society.
Преобразовывать.
Transit. Public transit is efficient.
Транзит.
Transmit. The signal is transmitted wirelessly.
Передавать.
Transport. Goods are transported by rail.
Транспортировать.
Trend. Current trends suggest growth.
Тенденция.
Trigger. The event triggered a response.
Вызывать.
Ultimate. The ultimate goal is success.
Конечный.
Undergo. Patients undergo treatment.
Подвергаться.
Underlie. Several factors underlie the problem.
Лежать в основе.
Undertake. We undertake this project seriously.
Предпринимать.
Uniform. Uniform standards are applied.
Единообразный.
Unify. The theory unifies different approaches.
Объединять.
Unique. Each case is unique.
Уникальный.
Utilize. We utilize available resources.
Использовать.
Valid. The argument is valid.
Действительный.
Vehicle. Electric vehicles are popular.
Транспортное средство.
Version. This is the latest version.
Версия.
Via.
Information is shared via email.
Через.
Violate. Do not violate the rules.
Нарушать.
Virtual. Virtual meetings are common.
Виртуальный.
Visible. The effects are clearly visible.
Видимый.
Vision. The company has a clear vision.
Видение.
Visual. Visual aids enhance presentations.
Визуальный.
Volume. The volume of trade increased.
Объем.
Voluntary. Participation is voluntary.
Добровольный.
Welfare. Social welfare programs help many.
Благосостояние.
Whereas Group A improved, whereas Group B did not.
Тогда как.
Whereby. A process whereby results improve.
Посредством чего.
Widespread. The practice is widespread.
Широко распространенный.
Abandon. They abandon the project.
Отказываться.
Abstract. The abstract summarizes the paper.
Абстрактный.
Academy. The academy promotes scholarship.
Академия.
Access. Access to information is essential.
Доступ.
Accommodate. We accommodate different needs. Приспосабливать. Accompany. Growth accompanies development. Сопровождать. Accumulate. Evidence accumulates over time. Накапливать. Accuracy. Accuracy is paramount in research. Точность. Acknowledge. We acknowledge the limitations. Признавать. Adapt. Species adapt to their environment. Адаптировать. Adequate. Adequate funding is necessary. Достаточный. Adjacent. The adjacent building was damaged. Смежный. Adjust. We need to adjust our approach. Корректировать. Advocate. Experts advocate for change. Выступать за. Aggregate. The aggregate data is revealing. Совокупный.
Aid.
Financial aid is available. Помощь. Albeit slowly progress is being made. Хотя. Allocate. Resources are allocated fairly. Распределять. Alter. Results alter our understanding. Изменять. Ambiguous. The statement is ambiguous. Неоднозначный. Amend. The law was amended. Исправлять. Analogy. The analogy helps explain the concept. Аналогия. Annual. The annual report was published. Годовой. Anticipate. We anticipate challenges ahead. Предвидеть. Apparent. The reason is apparent. Очевидный. Append. Additional data is appended. Добавлять. Appreciate. We appreciate your contribution. Ценить. Arbitrary. The selection was arbitrary. Произвольный. Assemble. Data was assembled from multiple sources. Собирать. Assign. Tasks are assigned to team members. Назначать. Attach. Please attach the documents. Прикреплять. Attain. Students attain their goals. Достигать. Attitude. Attitudes have changed over time. Отношение. Attribute. This attribute is important. Атрибут. Author. The author presents compelling evidence. Автор. Automate. Processes are automated.
Автоматизировать.
Bias. Bias affects research outcomes.
Предвзятость.
Bond. The bond between them is strong.
Связь.
Brief. Please keep your answer brief.
Краткий.
Bulk. The bulk of the work is done.
Основная масса.
Capable. The system is capable of processing.
Способный.
Capacity. The capacity has increased.
Мощность.
Cease. Hostilities have ceased.
Прекращать.
Challenge. The challenge is significant.
Вызов.
Channel. Communication channels are open.
Канал.
Chart. The chart displays the data.
Диаграмма.
Chemical. Chemical reactions occur naturally.
Химический.
Cite. Please cite your sources.
Цитировать.
Civil. Civil rights are protected.
Гражданский.
Clarify. Please clarify your position.
Прояснять.
Classic. This is a classic example.
Классический.
Clause. The clause specifies the terms.
Пункт.
Code. The code of conduct is clear.
Код.
Coherent. The argument must be coherent.
Связный.
Coincide. The events coincide.
Совпадать.
Collapse. The building collapsed.
Крах.
Colleague. My colleague assisted with research.
Коллега.
Commence. The program will commence soon.
Начинать.
Commodity. Oil is a valuable commodity.
Товар.
Communicate. We communicate via email.
Общаться.
Compatible. The systems are compatible.
Совместимый.
Compile. Data was compiled from surveys.
Составлять.
Complement. The findings complement earlier work.
Дополнять.
Comprehensive. A comprehensive review was conducted.
Всеобъемлющий.
Comprise. The sample comprises 100 participants.
Включать.
Compute. Computers compute rapidly.
Вычислять.
Conceive. The project was conceived last year.
Задумывать.
Concentrate. We concentrate on key issues.
Концентрировать.
Confer. Experts conferred on the matter.
Совещаться.
Confine. The study is confined to one area.
Ограничивать.
Confirm. Results confirm our hypothesis.
Подтверждать.
Conform. Methods conform to standards.
Соответствовать.
Consecutive. 3 consecutive years of growth.
Последовательный.
Consequence. The consequences are serious.
Последствия.
Consolidate. We consolidate our findings.
Консолидировать.
Contemporary. Contemporary research supports this.
Современный.
Contradict. The results contradict earlier findings.
Противоречить.
Contrary. Contrary to expectations, results differed.
Противоположный.
Contrast. The contrast is striking.
Контраст.
Controversy. The controversy continues.
Спор.
Convention. By convention, we use this format.
Конвенция.
Converse. The converse is also true.
Обратный.
Convert. We convert data into information.
Превращать.
Convince. The evidence is convincing.
Убеждать.
Cooperate. Teams cooperate effectively.
Сотрудничать.
Couple. A couple of issues remain.
Пара.
Decade. Over the past decade, changes occurred.
Десятилетие.
Decline. There has been a decline in numbers.
Снижение.
Definite. The deadline is definite.
Определенный.
Denote. The symbol denotes equality.
Обозначать.
Deny. We cannot deny the facts.
Отрицать.
Depress. Economic conditions depressed sales.
Угнетать.
Despite. Despite challenges, we succeeded.
Несмотря на.
Detect. Sensors detect movement.
Обнаруживать.
Deviate. Results deviate from predictions.
Отклоняться.
Device. The device measures temperature.
Устройство.
Devote. Resources are devoted to research.
Посвящать.
Differentiate. We differentiate between types.
Различать.
Dimension. Multiple dimensions were considered.
Измерение.
Diminish. The effect diminishes over time.
Уменьшать.
Discrete. Data is collected in discrete intervals.
Дискретный.
Discriminate. Tests discriminate between groups.
Различать.
Displace. Automation displaces workers.
Вытеснять.
Display. Charts display the results.
Отображать.
Dispose. Resources are disposed efficiently.
Располагать.
Distort. Media can distort reality.
Искажать.
Diverse. The population is diverse.
Разнообразный.
Domain. This falls within our domain.
Область.
Domestic. Domestic policy affects citizens.
Внутренний.
Drama. The drama unfolded quickly.
Драма.